after college pretty much laid out for me. I took the board, passed, and added the 3 letters to my name. The big, bold, capitalized CPNA. And just when I thought the review was the hardest part, it actually wasn't. Job hunting was. I literally handed more resumes than I could ever imagine in my life, and only one firm called me back. Thankfully. And that's how my story as an auditor started.
I took a brief break for all the pressures in college. Then immediately, I reviewed for my board exams. Unfortunately, I failed in my first attempt. I got sad, but still I was determined to pass it. So here I am, now a licensed civil engineer. Yes, it wasn't an easy journey for me. You feel tired, giving up, but you will realize later on that you got to make your life meaningful to you, to others. So you get back up and do something with your career.
Life after college is pretty much the same. I think for most people, it's convenient for the first few weeks because nobody actually expects you to land a job so easily when you just got out of college. But then days pass and weeks pass and months pass, and without you really noticing it, you're stuck in the same place after all that, and it's not really something you're proud of. So it's hard when you're young and you're 20-something and you have expectations about how your life after college will turn out, because most often they don't turn out quite like you hope they would be. So there are days when it's frustrating, there are days when it's tiresome, there are days when it completely makes you doubt if you're ever really good enough, but somehow you just brave through the days and you learn to pick yourself up from there.
When I graduated, of course I felt happy, but at the same time scared because I was still trying to figure out what I really wanted to do in life. So I was back in a similar situation wherein I decided to choose a job that is not really something that I wanted, but I did it anyway for practical reasons. I did it for the salary. I feel like it's not something that is long term. It's more like a stepping stone towards what I really wanted to do.
It was difficult. I started work immediately after college, and it led me to 2 companies that really exhausted me. They weren't really good companies, but they weren't super bad either. I guess that's just how the real world works, and I was still grateful though because it made me realize that you need to find a good company that would help you grow as a person. And that experience led me to my current job right now, which is a designer at an animation studio.
So life after graduation for me was very hard. It was because the original course I took was Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, and then I had to take the CPA board exam, which I actually failed twice. So that led me to experiencing mild depression, which explains the 3 months downtime. So I'm just lucky that with the career I have right now, I'm working with a lot of very dynamic people who help me to become a better person and to overcome whatever depression I had to go through.
Life after college graduation have been the literal roller coaster ride. I didn't know what to expect because when I was in college, especially on the last year, few months that led to our graduation, I didn't think of what's gonna happen to me. I did not have any plans. I did not know what kind of job I would try first because I practically don't know. So it's some sort of a really good case of what we call learning it the hard way. Just like what Mark Zuckerberg said, the only way for you to experience or learn from everything is learning it the hard way, and I learned the hard way. I was the happy-go-lucky type. I didn't care what happens after college. But later on, it made me mature knowing that all these learnings that I have from college, all these learnings that I have after college, led me to where I am right now. And I can say that I'm an improved guy when it comes, especially when it comes to having commitments, showing up to work on time, making sure that the people you work with, you are a team player. So yeah, that's it.
When I graduated from college in 2012, the biggest challenge I had to face was law school. One part is getting in. It's very challenging to compete with thousands of other people in this country for a spot in your dream school. Mine was San Beda College of Law here in Manila. But I made it because I studied well for the entrance exam and I made sure that my grades were good enough so that I could qualify for a scholarship. And then the rest of the 5 years, I couldn't possibly fit in this video, but it took all of the determination, sustenance, and zeal in me to survive it.
Yeah, I would say life after college was never easy for me. I mean, especially for somebody who does not like his course. I never liked accounting. So it was harder for me to look for a job that I want. In fact, I've had 4 or 5 jobs in 5 years. I was a tech support for a company before. I've also had my fair share of banking experience. And after that, I was in an accounting office for a year and a half. After which, I was a gallery assistant for a gallery here in Davao, an art gallery, which is quite ironic because it should be the kind of job that I should like. It's a job that exposes me to art, which I'm very passionate about. But I had to quit for very personal reasons. And after that one, I'm where I am right now. As a fashion consultant for a company, it's still an outsourced company. But I think I'm okay with where I'm at right now. It offers food on the table, it helps me pay my bills on time. I know it's a constant struggle, it's always a constant improvement. But I'm happy.
After college, it took me half year to prepare for the CPA board exam, and thankfully I passed. Then after passing the board, I thought that finding a job is a piece of cake. But in reality, I still need to make a lot of effort in my job applications because of lack of work experience. But instead of taking it as a hindrance, it made me prove myself more. Never give up, never lose hope.